Ama Ata Aidoo published her novel Changes, a love story, a multi-faith marriage and divorce documenting the life of a career-driven Ghanaian lady, through the feminist press, in 1991. In the absence of her company's regular secretary, Isi steps in to make travel arrangements by approaching Linga Hideaway's travel agency. She meets Ali Kondey, the affable proprietor of the travel agency, who gives her the assurance that everything would be handled by his company. After Isi drives off in her old automobile, Ali thanks Allah for giving him his wife. Later on, when Oko, Isi's husband, compels her to have sex with him, she believes this to be the final straw in their already failing marriage. Isi then heads to work and attempts to compose herself while looking for a term in her mother tongue, which is probably an African dialect, to explain what has just transpired. She comes to the conclusion that even if there is no term for it in her home tongue, marital rape is a possible term in English. Next, Opokuya, Isi's best friend, is presented. Her personality contrasts sharply with Isi's. Opokuya and her husband, Kubi, have a pleasant marriage overall, but they often fight over who gets to drive the family car for the day. This time, Kubi prevails, and they decide that he will meet Opokuya at the Hotel 20th Century following work. In the hotel lobby, Isi meets Opokuya, and the two immediately strike up a conversation regarding Isi's choice to divorce her husband. The narrative describes Ali's friendship with Fusina, a buddy from college, and their ultimate marriage. Fusina's life was absorbed by motherhood as they raised their children, which made her quit her job and momentarily put an end to her desire to pursue higher education. The bond between Ali and Isi grows as they fall in love. Isi is upset when Ali skips 2 weeks of visits, because she feels like she is growing more and more reliant on his love. When Ali does show up again, he shows Isi that she is occupied territory, by proposing to her and giving her a ring. Ali goes to the village where Isi's family resides to discuss marriage, and that is when the marriage talks start. However, because he did not bring a legitimate relative to the negotiations, his request is turned down. It becomes evident that the families of Isi and Ali are hesitant to approve of such a union, particularly given that some of the customs surrounding polygamy have already been broken. When both families finally come to an understanding, Ali and Isi are wed in an informal ceremony. Before returning home on New Year's Eve, Ali pays Isi a visit. It is during this visit that Oko, together with their daughter Oguanawa, drives up to Isi's house. After the two men brawl, Isi runs away, and brings Oguanawa to Opokuya's residence. After telling Opokuya and Kubi about what happened, Isi drives over to check on her house, only to discover that both men had vanished. While on vacation, Ali and Isi visit Bamako, the hamlet where Ali was born, and they spend their time there as tourists. Following their return, Ali spends more time with his new secretary, who is gorgeous and grows more aloof. Isi takes sleeping medications to manage her intense feelings of abandonment as she spends Christmas alone. When Ali does show up on New Year's Day, he offers her a new automobile as a bribe. Then he walks out right away. Isi offers Opokuya her old car in exchange for showing him off her new one. Isi still receives money from Ali in lieu of his appearance. Finally, after 3 years, Isi admits to Ali that their relationship has gotten worse. At last, Opokuya drives her automobile out of Isi's residence. Later on, Kubi appears, purportedly in quest of his spouse. Isi considers sleeping with him as he starts kissing her, but she rejects the idea of betraying Opokuya in such a way. Ali and Isi stayed friends and occasionally even fell in love, never divorcing.